Agency in Motion Continuing Education Series. This is a series designed specifically for agents, producers, advisors, and agency builders in the financial services industry. Today's center and topic of conversation is all about why it's imperative that we focus on a growth mindset to be truly successful. And remember, as you are adopting and growing that growth mindset, it's easier to advise and coach your clients into adopting a growth mindset. So it's not just for you, it's for you, your clients, and your partners, why this is, like I said, very, very important to understand when you are building a business, both for the near term and the long term. So remember, growth mindset means that, skills and intelligence can be developed. Your main concern is about learning, getting better, and focusing on the process. As far as your effort, it's an important part of learning. Challenges on a growth mindset are, you're going to persevere, you're going to work through it, you're going to show more grit. The feedback, like it, use it to learn and get better. And then mistakes, treat them as learning opportunities. I'm not going to go through the fixed mindset. I'm just going to concentrate on the growth mindset. You have to understand that when you adopt a growth mindset for yourself, your business, on a professional and personal level, great things start to happen in terms of achieving your goals and being able to accomplish really what you set out to accomplish. One of the main things that you have to think about as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, is you got to think about income over expenses. So when you're looking at something, just like your clients look at something and they just concentrate solely on the cost, that's a fixed mindset. You have to adopt the growth mindset to understand that you have to make investments into your business. It's going to be an A-B scenario. It's either going to be A, some type of a monetary investment into your business to help it grow, or B, if you just don't have any money at all to invest in your business, you better be prepared to put in a lot of sweat equity, because the sweat equity will allow you to get over the hump to start making some money. And that money does two things: pays you for your time and efforts and allows you to reinvest into your business to grow and scale it. So think about income over expenses and think about how to grow the income. Your sole purpose as an entrepreneur, a business owner outside of the client mission is to create income for yourself and grow that income. So once again, when you are looking at things for your business, just like your clients are looking at the products and service you sell, you want them to concentrate on the value of what you're providing. Same thing here. When you're looking at things for your business that can help grow, build, and scale your business, you need to look at the value. What is it worth to your business? And once again, that comes from adopting that growth mindset. You need to know your why. And this is the stuff that continuously we see over and over again that separates agents from success and not finding success. You got to know your why. You got to understand your vision, and you have to understand your demand for success. You got to write your goals down. You got to look at them continuously. Just having, random thoughts every once in a while about what you might want to accomplish, that's more along the lines of a fixed mindset. You need to write your goals down. You need to revisit them, and you need to do everything necessary to achieve your goals. And then one of the hardest things for people when adopting that growth mindset is to stay accountable. This means that you take criticism, you don't get upset, you learn from your mistakes, all the things that we were just talking about. This is the recipe for success. And wrapped up on top of this with the bow is the growth mindset. So you need to know your why, you need to understand your vision, you need to know your goals, write them down, revisit them, and you need to stay accountable to yourself and the people around you. So obviously, as an entrepreneur, we're looking for, time freedom, financial freedom, lifestyle freedom. And those are pretty cliche statements. What you need to understand when you're looking at what do you want out of your business, these things are kind of general. You need to have a conversation with yourself and really sit down with yourself and figure out what you want. Once you figure out what you want, then all you've got to do is develop a plan of action and execute that plan of action. That's working hard, figure out what you want, work hard, victory. Go back and figure out what you want next, work hard, victory. It's really not that hard. What gets in the way is ourselves. And you need to create momentum. Remember, having a growth mindset creates momentum. So marketing, conversations, recruiting, sales, tiers activity, just like we teach our clients that money compounds, so does your activity. and not only creating momentum for yourself, but surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Success is a group activity. It's a lot easier to get to those goals that you want when you have people surrounding you that are helping you and pushing you towards those goals. Momentum really breaks down into 4 categories. That's action, energy, progress, and growth. If you can create momentum in these 4 categories for your business, lots of great things are going to happen for you. Also, we have to be able to evaluate and take criticism, fix, learn from our mistakes, all those things that we're talking about. That means being able to step outside of your business for a second here or there and look at it as a third party, unbiased, objective kind of standpoint, and understand what's going on right with your business and what's going on that's not right with your business, because you need to have a business plan review. And the more often you can step outside of your business and look at it from like a third party, objective and unbiased position, the easier it is to fix the issues that you're having. And really what that means from the very, very top, you have to differentiate yourself. A disruptor changes an environment or space, so it's never the same again. Inside the industry, you have external competition and you have internal competition, including competition within yourself. So if you're doing something that when you look around that everybody else is doing, you're probably in trouble. If you're looking around and you've been able to separate yourself from the crowd, you're going to find it's a lot easier to operate, as you innovate and stand alone versus having to compete with everybody else doing the same exact thing. So remember, having a growth mindset is instrumental in understanding and positioning yourself in the marketplace, set aside from everybody else. You're not looking to compete. You're looking to separate yourself and innovate. So you're going to leave the traditional mindset, that fixed mindset, and you're going to flow to the growth mindset. And a lot of the fixed and the growth comes from the economy. Look at what's happened over the last 20 years. Traditional industries get disrupted. That flows over to digital. Also, to have a growth mindset, to stay accountable, to take criticism without getting upset, you also have to be able to analyze yourself. And we always say, hey, if you were a publicly traded company, is anybody buying your stock right now? Are you on an uptrend and things are going well? You on a downtrend? Are you just flatline? You have to be able to evaluate honestly and see, hey, this is going right, this is going wrong, fix the stuff that's going wrong. Having a fixed mindset means that you're not able to do that stuff. Once you turn on the growth mindset, it can really evaluate and understand, like I said, what's going right and what's going wrong with your business. It's a lot easier to fix what's going wrong. And success in this business understands that it comes from leverage and learning how to use it. So the leadership that you have, the clients that you have, the partners and professionals that you encounter, your products and your providers, your technology and your social media and your tools, all of this stuff is going to give you leverage. So once again, operating from a growth mindset, you can look at this, subsection of what's going to take to become successful and use the leverage. And once again, understand and dissect what's going on that's right, what's going on that's wrong, and how do I fix the stuff? How do I fill in the gaps? You have to define the business problem. Remember, you're not selling products and services, you're providing strategies and solutions. Within those strategies and solutions, there are products and services, and that's what's going to pay you, but you can't approach the marketplace. That's a fixed mindset. Hey, I'm a salesperson. This is what I offer. Growth mindset is, no, I'm a coach, I'm an advisor. I lead people to end desired financial destinations. So define the business problem that you're solving. And then once you have the solution, you test it. Does it work? And guys, what we've done for our business model has been tested, retested, and it works. So all you have to do is understand what we're doing, get dialed in, adopt a growth mindset, and attack aggressively right now, knowing this is the time to do that. Also, when you are developing your business plan, far too many agents, advisors that we've talked to, supported, coached over the years, they never have an exit strategy. You need to begin with an exit strategy in mind. Remember, if there's an unknown date out there that's just floating around, are you going to hit it? Are you not going to hit it? Do you even know if you're going to hit it? Versus having a detailed plan that starts and finishes what you're trying to accomplish. Also, a growth mindset means that you understand you can't do all this on your own. And if you're going to reach some of those goals, and they're lofty goals, you're going to need team members. Remember, you can, John Wooden said it best: if you're going to go fast, go alone. If you're going to go far, you need a team. So if you're going to go far in the industry, if you're going to go have longevity doing this, if you're going to make the kind of money that you expected coming in here, you've got to understand the importance of team members, building distribution, and what that means for everybody involved. You are always one recruit away from explosive growth. And that's part of having a growth mindset, understanding not that the next person is going to be a no, but the next person could potentially be a yes, and be a yes that dramatically alters the course of my company. So just like a slot machine, when you're pulling the slot machine, you're losing a lot, but there are people winning. So you have to go in with the growth mindset, understanding that most everybody that you encounter are not going to be good fits, but you are going to encounter some people that will, like I said, dramatically change the course of your business going forward. And part of having a growth mindset also is evaluating people that are coming in. Coach K says, I take a 2-star recruit with a 5-star work ethic over a 5-star recruit with a 2-star work ethic every day. Yes, part of what we do in evaluating potential partners is understand what they've been doing up to this point. But more importantly, that is understanding what they're trying to accomplish going forward. And once again, if they're bringing that 5-star work ethic, and you've got everything in place, the infrastructure, the business model, the relationships, those are the type of people that can run wild with this, versus bringing in somebody that's had success in their life, but is looking to wind it down, not motivated, not aggressive. You have to understand, and once again, having a growth mindset means that you're able to evaluate and attract talent into your organization. People coming in, and once again, this is part of the recruiting process. They're going to be surrounded with seasoned entrepreneurs, industry veterans, successful people that can help them grow and develop, and we get paid to do so. So understand that if somebody's coming in, what do they instantly have access to? Because that has immediate value, because inside financial services industry, one of the biggest deficiencies that we see is training, support, coaching, and mentoring. People just don't have access to it. When they do, they're going to start to produce. They're going to start to become active. They're going to be retained inside your organization, which is a win for you. Remember, you're going to have to put time, energy, resources into these people, but on the back end, and having a growth mindset understands the payoff or the return off that investment, because the evolution of a partner, they're going to be very, very, very dependent on you in the beginning, almost like a baby. And as they start to learn some stuff, there's interdependence. I mean, they can do some of this stuff on their own, and you go from training and supporting to coaching and mentoring, and then independence. They don't need you anymore. You guys still have a personal relationship, still have a business relationship, but they can go on day to day without, needing you. And that's the evolution. That's what you're trying to create, is independent agency owners out there that can go out and do this on their own. If you're not an entrepreneur, and this is one of those things, when you're evaluating talent, looking for those people that are making the bridge from employee to entrepreneur, taking that jump might be scary. You have to understand where they're coming from, but be strong enough in your conviction to help them understand how to get what they want. Remember, being comfortable with conversations and how to demonstrate value to the people that you speak with, having a growth mindset is instrumental in understanding how to open, continue, and direct conversations for both clients and partners. Although a partner, like we talked about, starts from scratch, they come in with a great deal of assets, tools, infrastructure, assistance, leadership, direction. Learn to talk about the value both now and the future value. Once again, having a growth mindset means that you concentrate on the things that will attract people into your agency. And income producing activities. If you are operating from a fixed mindset, then all the uncomfortable stuff that we need to do that produces income, you shy away from. And that obviously is going to create white space on the calendar. You're going to drift and you're going to eventually quit. If you kind of inverse or reverse that process and put the top tier activity as the most uncomfortable stuff that you don't want to do, and you get that done on a continuous basis, good things are going to happen for your book of business and your agencies as you start to grow those, because you are laying the foundation. You are laying the example for people that are coming in. Are they following your example, or are they following your lack of example? Know how much you want to make and know what you need to do to get there. Once again, having a growth mindset is understanding what you're trying to accomplish and then getting a plan of action and executing that plan based on data-driven decisions, not just emotional ones. It's the same thing we've been talking about this entire time. If you're not putting time, energy, resources into your business, you're not going to have a business. That would be the same as like starting a savings account, never depositing any money, and then showing up one day for a large withdrawal. It's not going to happen. Same thing here. You have to learn that you're in the contact business, and having a growth mindset will help you understand, once again, how to open, continue, and direct conversations to endpoints. You're not forcing outcomes, but you're sorting to produce outcomes. And then having a growth mindset also means that you understand how to increase the flow of your pipeline. When you look at this pyramid, this is one of my favorite things to help people understand how to open, continue, and direct conversations. Having a growth mindset means that you understand this and you're implementing this in your day-to-day conversations. At the bottom of the pyramid, you have to have rapport, trust, and credibility. If you get that with online infrastructure, you get that in the first opening minute or so of the conversation, you have to be able to establish trust, credibility, and build rapport. This allows somebody to feel comfortable enough with you, they start to talk. And people will talk if they feel comfortable around you. And it's really 70-30. 70% of the conversation should be coming from them. 30% should be coming from you, with you putting yourself in the conversation at the right time with the right information to help them. Remember, once you establish that trust, credibility, and rapport, they start talking. That gives you information. If you're out there taking notes like most of us do, you're writing down the motivating factors, the pain points that are coming up, because that's a problem. You know, whether it's a problem or a motivating factor, you're getting that from the information, and then you can interject in yourself in the conversation at the right point with the right information, which is the solution. And then the solution creates the need to take the action step. If you master this pyramid right here, you're going to master the art of conversation. That means lots of money is going to be coming in your organization. Reverse engineer and dissect it all backwards. These components, when you put them all together and learn this process, equals mastery. Having a growth mindset means that you understand failure is going to happen. You expect it, you embrace it, you excel beyond it, versus having a fixed mindset where you fixate on the failure. You know, having a fixed mindset means that you usually fixate on problems. Having a growth mindset means you understand the problem, but you fixate on the solutions. And then you need to be able to deal with frustration. You know, Michael Jordan got cut from the basketball team in the 9th grade, went home to his mom, and his mom said, better get outside and start practicing, get better. That's how you deal with frustration. You don't blame other people. You accept responsibility that it's on you to make this happen. So there are going to be good days, really bad days. You want to try to keep an even keel in your emotions, but you also want to understand that, yeah, there are going to be some frustrations that come across, you know, your business. And you know, when those things happen, how you deal with that is going to be, you know, based on whether you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. So once again, looking at new problems, looking at new ways, trying to create a better client experience, whatever it is that you're doing, you know, embrace it. You know, some things are going to work, some things are not. But if you never do anything, you're always going to be stuck in the same point. And one of the biggest fears that you should have is 5 months or 5 years, 60 months from right now, you're in the same position you are right now. That fear should be enough motivating factor to get you accelerating in your business and understanding what's going right, what's going wrong, and fix the stuff that's going wrong. And this is about being, you know, flexible in your plan, meaning that you can adjust, shift, transform, transition, modify. Once again, not everything at once. If you're having issues in your business, dissect what's going on and change small things, one thing at a time. Don't just throw everything out and then start over. You know, understand, you know, the process, the different parts of the process, and how to only change one thing at a time to see if that kind of, you know, unleash or fix the problem. Stop waiting for things to happen. Go out and make them happen. Once again, a fixed mindset will sit back and be reactive, wait for things to happen. The growth mindset will go out there and be proactive, making things happen. And then also understanding the importance of time. So don't make the annual goals, develop those 90-day plans and those cycles of 90 days so that you can get energy, intensity, you can be aggressive. And all of these things allows you to reset on a more continuous basis. You do 90 days, reset, do 90 days, reset. That allows you to measure results. That allows you to get organized, plan, execute, and obsess about near-term goals. If you're hitting near-term goals, obviously the long-term goals are going to be hit as well. And then if you're doing something and you're not believing in what you're doing, you're not going to be successful. Having a growth mindset means that you align yourself with something that you feel strongly about. You have to believe 100% that what you're doing, that in some small way is going to change, the financial landscape of individuals, households, the country, if you're building distribution. If you don't believe in what you do, you don't believe in what you sell, you don't believe in the strategy that you're bringing to the marketplace, you're not going to sell any of it. There's 2 E's that you need to remember on a growth mindset. One is to create excitement. And the excitement comes from different parts of your business. You're not going to be excited about the same thing every day, but you do have to find something to be excited about every day. And so find something, create excitement, be excited about your business, and then execute. Make it happen. This is going to be the biggest problem that most people have, is the execution. We can, develop goals, we can write them down, we can get a plan of action, but when it's time to execute, a lot of people fall short. So you've got to find something that's going to create an environment where you're executing and making it happen on a continuous basis, because that gap is a lot of money, and that's a lot of growth, and that's a lot of future ability for freedom. So the gap between the strategy and the execution, you got to close that gap. And having that gap and understanding the gap and how to close that gap is going to come from a growth mindset. Also, so many people come in and they think the warm market is just a one and done. Having a growth mindset means understanding that the warm market never, ever ends. The warm market is a walk of life. Build your list, add to your list, continue to, once again, be seen and be heard. Talk about your business, not in a pitchy way, but talk about your business in a way of how it helps people. Outline what you want, but also outline not just your goals of, 90 days, 6 months, 12 months. Outline your goals for any meeting or any call that you're making. A lot of the same goals will come out of the same types of calls. So if you're calling people to set meetings, obviously the action step is the meeting and the appointment being booked. But you need to outline what you want out of a meeting, out of a conversation, out of a call, because if you outline what you want, it's far easier to look down and see, hey, am I getting this out of my meeting or my call? Or am I just having random conversations that are going nowhere? Have big goals. Guys, little goals invite excuses. Little goals come from a fixed mindset. When your goals are big enough, when you have that growth mindset, those little lies and the excuses that you feed yourself are no longer an option. And then having a growth mindset means that you are focused. Stick to the plan, stay focused. Don't just drift, and don't be that person that's over here, over there, and everywhere. Be focused, stick to the plan, and understand what you're trying to accomplish. There's no limits. Guys, this is $1 trillion industry. You're going to win if you decide you want to and you go to work. Remember, if you're in a position where you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, and you're not getting paid wages, then you have an unbelievable opportunity to create enormous income for yourself that takes care of you, your inner circle, and then once again, you can only give back from a surplus. If you're making a lot of money, you can do a lot of good. And also having a growth mindset means that you're not kicking the can down the road, that you understand that what you do in this next hour has a direct result on your yearly goals, whether you're going to hit those goals or not. So you're understanding the value of the time that you're putting into your business right here at this moment. And then also having a growth mindset, that means that you're able to stop and evaluate what's going on. And that means if something's not working, don't continuously repeat doing it, because that's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results. If something's not working in your business, identify it and then find something that you can replace it with that will work. Preparation is one of the keys to victory. So many people just go into any given week or a day with zero preparation. Remember, you need a plan of action and you need execution. Part of that plan of action is preparing to win. That means understanding and having a conversation with yourself about what you're trying to accomplish. Do you have the desire to dominate the market? If you do, you're coming from a growth mindset. What's going to get the best results? Evaluate, do that. Accountability plus activity is the 1-2 combination punch, and the ability to have the grit. The grit is one of the main separators in the people that are successful versus not successful, meaning they don't quit. They get past those points. They refuse to give in or give up. And then also having a growth mindset means that during the non-direct business activity times of the day, you're constantly getting better. You're reading, online education, you're preparing. Entrepreneurs spend their nights, their weekends, and their holidays by devoting some extra time to their business. So during the off time, when everybody's, kind of cut the lights off, keep them on your business, do the necessary things that you can't do when you're having direct business activity. Remember, entrepreneurship is not a job. It's not a career. It's more like a lifestyle. So the best investment you're ever going to make is in yourself. And then once you're able to do that and fix yourself and create success on an individual level, then you can go out and invest in others. Action changes things. You have to act. Sitting around and just thinking about things, creating that perfect plan of action is all just veiled ways to procrastinate. You need to just get in there, jump in the deep end, and start having things happen. Procrastination, is going to hold you up from your goals. It is an enemy of success. So understand that just sitting around waiting for the perfect time to have the activity is actually killing you. That is a plan of action. Just like we tell our clients, no plan of action is actually a plan of action to fail. And then one of the last things I want to leave you guys with today is just be disciplined. I see so many people that come in and they get off to these roaring starts and they're doing well and they take their foot off the accelerator, then gradually more and more and more until they just drift and quit. Whatever level of activity that you're going to bring in, hopefully it's a massive level of activity, but whatever level of activity that you bring, you've got to continue with that. Discipline equals dollars. Also, having a growth mindset means that, as you're encountering roadblocks, you look at those as an opportunity to grow and learn. You also understand, having a growth mindset, that you're able to look down and preemptively try to overcome roadblocks and obstacles that may be there. And then when you get to the point of investing in others, it's all preemptive. Hey, this is what's going to probably happen. This is how you get over that. If you're able to blaze the trail, blaze the path, and then show other people, once again, great things are going to happen for your business. The little things, details matter, guys. So when you're looking at your business, yes, you need the grand plans, you need massive activity, but you also need to be dialed in. You need to know your numbers, you need to know your details, because that's what's going to allow you, when you're evaluating your business, to understand, hey, this is working or this is not working. This is an opportunity. And if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to put your chips behind something, if you believe in something, bet big, bet your professional life, and work with people who deserve your time, not need your time. And that's one of the biggest deficiencies that I think that we encounter in helping people build nationwide distribution and agencies is, just because somebody needs your time doesn't mean that you should give them their time. Only the people that deserve your time should be earning your time. And the end result of all this, well, the end result of operating from a growth mindset is you're going to build an abundant, affluent business that has influence on clients and partners in a very positive way. So once again, guys, one of the biggest factors that, is going to determine your success or your lack of success is your mindset. If you operate from a growth mindset, continuously feed that growth mindset. If you find yourself drifting or operating from a fixed mindset, once again, having a growth mindset is a skill set, just like anything else. It can be learned. It takes time, energy, and resources. Agency in Motion, continuing education series. It's about operating, managing, and building agencies in the 21st century.